All good, 95.
I have had people comment saying, oh, you only like Traxxas RC cars. Well, as you guys can see right here is an Arma. We do have a bunch of different low Cs throughout the shelf, and this is only part of the collection. You can see we have a bunch of RC four-wheel drive. Don't forget about the Raptor R. This one is one of my favorites too, and this is also part of the Pro Scale. The Traxxas UDR, why is it Pro Scale? Well, let me tell you, in comparison, right here we have the Raptor R. As you guys can see, it is basically a slash underneath. Did the full-on video. Oh, we have a little bit of bendage in the body. That's another thing too. This is clipless body. We did a full video on this Traxxas Raptor R where we went through the entire thing. We did an unboxing. We did a this versus that UDR. So this is just going to be more of a video where I'm grabbing a bunch of different RCs and telling you why the UDR is better than all of them. If you're going to only have one of them, the UDR does beat out the Raptor R. It's a little bit bigger. It does take 2 batteries for the UDR though. So with 2 batteries, you could have 2 different run times in the slash. So that is something you're gonna have to think of. So that there is pros and cons to everything here. So with the UDR, it is much more pro scale. The tires are bigger. You're going to be able to do much more capable things with it, meaning you're going to be able to go over larger whoops. Technically, this isn't really for jumping and bashing. This one's a little bit more for bashing. This one's more for pro scale driving, which these both have the pro scale definition to them. So I'm going to have to go with the UDR is a little bit better than the Raptor R, but the Raptor R does look better. At the max slash. This thing is basically the exact same size as the UDR. It uses the same size wheels as the UDR. On my Instagram at GrimReaper_RC, basically the same exact height. The max is a little bit bigger with the spacers on there, but that is completely okay. One is basically a full-on max underneath, which is not pro scale. This one has the active suspension. You guys saw me dropping it in the video. If I dropped any of these other ones, I'm pretty sure it would break the table. They're just so much more firm with their suspension. They're much more of a basher quality. Probably a 30-40 foot jump, and then it would be the same suspension travel as if you just went over whoops with the UDR. They are meant for completely different things, so that is something that you do have to keep in mind. Let's get into the comparison between the slash. The little wheelbase version of the slash might be a first UDR for someone, or someone on a budget. It's their budget version of the UDR.
All good, 95.
video. It was about a minute long. We also took the Losi Pro Motos up to that same area where it was super sandy. Didn't perform that well, but it was still super fun. I got some really cool clips. I did a full-on front flip. It was absolutely awesome. So as you can see, the lockup STs work absolutely perfectly. These are the C2s by Traxxas. I've had a bunch of you guys comment, which tires are they? Those are what they are. So, taking them in the sand, they work completely perfectly. This cage is definitely the setup that you need to go with if you're running off-road in the sand, or even if you're going harsh in the grass. You don't want to have a body on it because these things do get super hot, especially with the motor that I have inside of here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a top tip secret here. This is the brand new Easy Run 4000 kilovolt. This is the 36, I believe it is the 3665. This is the 3665 XL. It's a little bit longer. Absolutely insane. Then we have the Max 10 ESC in here. I am using my Spectrum receiver, and I do have a 2085X servo on here, and it works absolutely perfectly. Also, another quick tip is to take off the front sway bar, but keep the rear sway bar on, and that's how it basically performs like a UDR. It makes it so the front can lift up a little bit more, and you still have a bunch of sway in the back, but it stops it a little bit. Now, running this on the street, not that well. I do have other wheels that I do run on the street, and I do take off the cage and put the front sway bar on, and it performs perfectly on the street. Now, this is a budget version of the Traxxas UDR for sure. If you don't want to go out and spend the full 770, I believe, or 800 if you need batteries, maybe even more, then you go with this. This is going to be about, you could probably get a roller on eBay for probably 160, 170, and then you can just throw all of the electronics and upgrades in it that you need, so that way you don't have all of the extra stuff from buying a brand new one, and you get to revive an old RC that someone's trying to get rid of, which is absolutely perfect. Also, speaking of eBay, I'm going to have t-shirts coming out soon. I don't want to say what's going to be on them because I think some people might copy them, and because I'm a small channel, I want to get things out before I release them, but I promise you they're going to be absolutely insane. They're not going to be just Grim Reaper RC specific. It will have my name brand on the back little tag area, but other than that, it's going to be real t-shirts that are actually something you're going to want to go out and wear because they have cool sayings on them, and I can't wait to get into that with you guys. So with that being said, that is basically the little comparison here between the slashes. I do have one more slash, but it doesn't really count, and that's basically all of the little bashers. There is a much larger basher that we could compare it to though. Alright, so the Super Baja Ray is what I was going to compare it to. The Super Baja Ray is so much larger, but it is in a bunch of different pieces right now. I have it completely stripped down to clean it, put new bearings in it, add a bunch of grease and some differential grease because it was acting up a little bit. So I'm just going to tell you guys the only difference is 1/6 compared to 1/7. It's the Super Baja Ray is actually larger than an X-Max lengthwise, so it is bigger than the UDR here. The only thing is the UDR has the solid rear axle. So that is basically the only difference between them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. That is basically the comparison of the UDR between all of these different vehicles and why I think it is the absolute best. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one. And make sure you guys stay tuned because I am uploading every single day now. So that's going to be absolutely insane. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I can't wait to see where we end up with this channel. I have a bunch of different video ideas and video plans and a bunch of different stuff planned for you guys that's going to be available for you. So make sure you guys stay tuned. It's going to be absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification button, and I will see you all tomorrow.